Did you know that neglecting a specific area of your body in the shower could quietly put your health at risk? It may sound a bit dramatic, but recent studies reveal that lapses in hygiene, especially in often overlooked spots, can lead to serious problems, something that becomes even more important as we get older. And the surprising part? Many of us miss these areas without realizing it. In today's video, we're uncovering 5 body parts that frequently don't get cleaned as well as they should. These are zones where bacteria, sweat, and fungus love to hide, and if left unchecked, they can cause anything from minor skin issues to more serious complications that affect circulation and overall wellness. Stay tuned until the end, because the last area on the list is not only forgotten by most people, but also closely tied to your immune system. And it takes less than 10 seconds to wash. This small effort could do more to protect your health than you ever imagined. Let's begin. Number 1. Your feet. Feet are one of the most neglected body parts during showers, yet they can be the source of serious health concerns if not properly cared for. You might assume that letting the water run over them is enough, but for older adults, especially those with diabetes, poor circulation, or weaker immunity, skipping a thorough wash is like leaving the door open for infection. Fungi thrive in warm, damp spaces, particularly between the toes and under the nails. What starts as a mild case of athlete's foot can quickly turn into something more severe, like cellulitis or ulcers that struggle to heal. To make matters worse, many seniors experience reduced nerve sensitivity in their feet, meaning infections can develop unnoticed until they become much harder to treat. Besides fungal risks, dry, cracked heels and built-up dead skin weaken the skin's natural barrier, making it easier for harmful bacteria to enter the body. The good news? Taking just 5 to 10 seconds per foot to wash between the toes, under the nails, and around the heel can drastically reduce these risks. And don't stop there. Drying thoroughly after your shower and applying a bit of moisturizer helps keep the skin soft, strong, and resilient. Think of it not as a beauty routine, but as a simple way to maintain vascular health. So next time you shower, don't just assume your feet are clean because water touched them. Give them the attention they deserve. If you're finding these tips useful, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. And let us know in the comments, do you already pay special attention to your feet? Or is this a new habit you're planning to start? Type 1 if yes, or 0 if not yet. Take a moment to give your feet the care they deserve. Now moving on to number 2, the scalp. It's common to believe that if your hair is thinning, very short, or even completely gone, the scalp no longer needs much attention. But that's a misconception. Your scalp is still skin, and like every other part of your body, it needs consistent care. When overlooked, the scalp becomes a gathering place for oil, sweat, dead skin, and environmental debris. And over time, this buildup does more than just sit there. It can trigger inflammation that weakens your skin's defenses and can even affect your overall health. For seniors, scalp health is about much more than appearances. Persistent dryness, flaking, or irritation can create tiny openings in the skin, making it easier for bacteria to slip in and cause infections. In more serious cases, especially for those with weakened immunity, these infections can spread or cause chronic discomfort. Here's something many people don't realize. Your scalp has some of the largest sebaceous glands on your body. That means oil builds up quickly here, even faster than in other places. If left unchecked, this oil oxidizes and hardens, creating a hidden environment where harmful microbes can thrive. For people in their 60s and older, this can quietly lead to problems that only show obvious signs when they've already progressed. Many older adults reduce how often they wash their hair, thinking it's too fragile or that less shampooing is better. But completely skipping regular scalp care can be more damaging in the long run, especially for those with fine, thinning hair or exposed scalp. A gentle scalp massage while washing not only helps with cleansing, but also stimulates blood circulation, aids lymphatic flow, and even promotes relaxation and mental clarity. So no matter how much or how little hair you have, your scalp still matters. Take a few minutes to wash it thoroughly, massage it gently, and care for it intentionally. It's a simple act that brings benefits far beyond just feeling clean. We're moving on now to number 3, the belly button. Small and often forgotten, the navel is surprisingly one of the dirtiest parts of the body. And as we age and flexibility decreases, it becomes even easier to overlook during daily showers. You might think your belly button is too tiny to cause any real trouble. But the truth is, the navel is a little pocket that collects sweat, dead skin, leftover soap, and even fabric lint. Without regular cleaning, it becomes an ideal hiding place for bacteria and yeast. What might start as mild irritation can quietly develop into something more serious, like omphalitis. While this condition is often seen in newborns, it's increasingly being reported in older adults, especially those with diabetes or weaker immune systems. The dark, moist environment inside the belly button is perfect for bacteria to multiply, leading to redness, unpleasant odor, and even discharge. What makes this tricky is how subtle the early signs can be. Many seniors don't notice any discomfort until an infection is already well underway, making treatment longer and more difficult than it would have been years ago. In more severe cases, hardened debris, known as navel stones, can form, appearing as small, dark, foul-smelling lumps that often require medical removal. The good news? All of this can be prevented with a simple routine. When you shower, use a fingertip wrapped in a soft washcloth or a cotton swab. Gently clean inside the navel using warm water and mild soap, and make sure to rinse well. Just as important as cleaning is drying the area completely after washing, since any leftover moisture creates a perfect breeding ground for microbes. If you have skin folds near your abdomen or have had abdominal surgery, it's even more critical to keep an eye on this spot. Belly button care is more than basic hygiene. It's a smart way to prevent infections, especially as your immune system becomes more sensitive with age. So give this small, hidden area the care it deserves. Sometimes it's the places we rarely think about that end up needing the most attention. Now let's move on to number 4. The underbreast area. For many older women, and some men as well, the skin beneath the breasts is one of the most easily irritated and most overlooked regions. Yet it's crucial to keep this area clean, especially with age. The fold of skin under the breasts is naturally warm and moist, creating the ideal environment for bacteria and fungi if not washed and dried properly every day. Women who have experienced breast surgery, significant weight changes, or natural sagging over time are often even more vulnerable to issues in the underbreast area. Because this fold of skin isn't always visible in the mirror, irritation or infections can go unnoticed until they become more serious. One of the most common mistakes older adults make is thinking a quick rinse in the shower is enough. But this area really needs dedicated care. Lift the skin gently, wash thoroughly with mild soap, rinse completely, and just as important, make sure to pat the area dry with care. Using a clean towel or soft cloth reserved just for this purpose can really help prevent problems. For those who are prone to excess moisture, a small amount of unscented body powder or cornstarch can help keep things dry without irritating the skin. Paying attention to this area isn't just about avoiding temporary discomfort. It's about protecting your skin's health, preventing infections that can take weeks to heal, and maintaining confidence in your body. Neglecting this region can slowly chip away at your comfort over time, especially in hot weather or when you're active. But with just a few intentional seconds each day, you can prevent these issues entirely. Even though no one else may see this area regularly, it still deserves just as much respect and attention as any other part of your body. If you're still watching and finding these tips helpful, comment number 4 below to let me know you're following along. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss new videos. Your support helps us keep bringing you useful, inspiring content. Let's continue. Number 5. The groin area. This is one of the most delicate and easily irritated parts of the body, yet it's also one of the most commonly overlooked. For many older adults, the groin becomes a source of ongoing discomfort, not because of major hygiene lapses, but due to small oversights that, over time, build up into chronic problems. As we age, skin naturally becomes looser, folds increase, and muscle tone decreases. This means there are more places for moisture to gather, giving bacteria and fungus the perfect environment to thrive. The result? Irritation, odor, and sometimes even skin breakdown. Both men and women can experience these problems, but many feel embarrassed to talk about it or are unsure of what's normal and what's not. When this area isn't cleaned and dried properly, problems like jock itch, yeast infections, or folliculitis can sneak up quickly. It might start with mild redness or a little itching, but before long, it can turn into pain or stubborn skin irritation that doesn't heal easily. One hidden danger is how fast infections in the groin can escalate. Because this area is close to lymph nodes and other sensitive structures, even small skin issues can become serious if left unchecked. And once the skin's natural barrier is broken, healing takes longer and becomes more complicated as we age. That's why daily hygiene here isn't optional, and how you do it matters just as much as doing it. Use warm water, a mild fragrance-free soap, and your bare hands or a soft cloth. Avoid rough scrubbing and harsh drying. Be thorough. Clean carefully between folds, rinse fully, and make sure to pat dry completely. If moisture is a recurring issue, a light layer of talc-free powder or a barrier cream can help keep the skin dry and prevent irritation. For those who experience incontinence, it's especially important to clean the area gently but thoroughly after any accidents, no matter how small. Don't wait until you see a rash or notice an odor. That's already a sign your skin is stressed and overwhelmed. Keeping this area healthy supports your overall comfort, makes movement easier, and even boosts confidence. It allows you to walk, stretch, and rest without unnecessary discomfort. And when you make daily care a habit, you're not just staying clean. You're actively protecting one of the body's most delicate areas from breakdown, infection, and lasting damage. If you've stayed with us this far and found this video helpful, comment number 6 below so I know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It helps us keep sharing valuable, informative content with you. Let's wrap things up. Final thoughts. When it comes to healthy aging, it's often the smallest habits that bring the biggest benefits. Daily hygiene might seem simple, but as we've seen today, paying attention to these often overlooked areas can make a huge difference to your long-term health, comfort, and independence. Which area surprised you the most? Was there one you hadn't really thought about until now? True wisdom in later life is about noticing the small things, the daily routines that keep us strong, and the gentle care that helps us protect the amazing bodies we still have. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.